Okay, I started grinding, I started cleaning the area where I'm going to disconnect the floor from the side panels here. You could see right here, I'm going to try to get some more light on there. I already sanded that down so I could see where they spot welded it together. Then I'm going to start drilling them out. And also over here, as you can see, I cleaned that up a little bit, and I'm going to start separating the door jamb away from the floor. And then obviously I got to cut the floor out of the back there so I can drop it down right there and on the other side. As you can see, this is the driver's side. I did the same thing. I cleaned it really well. There's some more light right there. You can see the spot welds where they spotted it together. I'm going to be cutting them out, grinding them down, changing it. And the same thing over here. Clean that up. I might remove that rear panel. Let me show you here. To get to the inside, right here was tack welded, and then they welded it all the way across the seam just like they did the other side. In the meantime, I braced the top part of the car with these with these rods. So they go all the way up into the ceiling. I'll show you. See, they go all the way up and they're secured to the ceiling. So that's how I'm going to support the upper half when I drop the floor pan. There it is right there. So you can see the 4 brackets that I made. Just zoom in for you. That's the angle iron I used. And it's threaded rod with support. And it's going to be coming down. And if I need to go up a little bit in the back, all I do is tighten this bolt right here. You can see this, and then I raise it up, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever I need it to do. So the weight is taken off of the floor pan so I can do that. And as you can see here, I already tacked the, let me move this out of the way. As you can see, I already cross-braced all the panels, so there's no movement there. So let's get started. Okay, I cut the floor out. Now I just got to clean it up. Let me show you a little bit of it right here. Cut it right through the rocker panels. I'm going to be cleaning this area up right here, drilling these spot welds out, and then dropping this down, separating it from the A-pillar. Then I'm going to be doing that on the other side. As you can see there, let me zoom in. Alright, see that's the that long piece there is the replacement floor pan that they put in prior to me buying the goat. And I'm going to be cleaning that all up, prepping it. So, and this is the other side of it there. So just so you could see. Anyway, let's get started. Nice shot of that there. All right. Okay, I drilled this out, the spot weld and this spot weld here. What I'm going to do, because I don't want to damage this piece, I'm going to cut real close here with my Sawzall, and then I'm going to come from underneath and chisel that out, so, and clean that up that way. So let's get started.
All right, I cut that away, so now I could really get under here and clean that up. I might end up cutting it across here with my grinder so I can get a really nice access to it. So let's get going.
Okay, this side is all cleaned up. You can see all my spot welds that I drilled out over here. The floor pan actually comes up and goes inside there, and there's one spot weld, as you can see way over here where my finger is. That's where it actually gets spot welded from the back, and then there's more spot welds. Let me show you right there. One here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, 5, sorry, 5 spot welds. That's factory hole there. This piece is gonna have to get cut out, and I'm gonna have to weld another piece in there because this piece is totally shot, you could see. So I gotta cut that away. I'm not gonna clean that up because I don't have to. I'm gonna cut it away. Weld another piece in there because that piece actually goes into the floor pan. And there's one spot weld right here that I didn't drill out. I didn't see it. I cut it from underneath. Let me see if I can show you from the underside. There you go. You see it? And that's it. Now I got 3 more to do. So I'll give you a progress on each and every one that I will do. So, all right, let's get going. Okay, just wanted to give you a little update. This is the driver's side part of the rocker I'm trying to remove from the floor pan. So I already drilled out these holes here. I think I got one more to drill right there. And then underneath, if you look, drilled underneath there. And I got one inside. And I got one more, like right here. Other than that, it's ready to pop off. And then I got to cut all this right here, grind that all away. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove this rear quarter skin in order to get access down into the firewall down here. I'm sorry, into the rocker panel down here, because there's a piece. I'll show you on the other side. There's a piece down here. See this piece right here? I'm gonna get some light on it in a second. Hold on. Okay. This right here, this piece here is actually tack welded to the rocker panel. The rocker panel comes all the way back in here, so I gotta drill that out. So in order to drill that out, okay, I separated quarter up here from the replacement quarter from the actual car. So now I gotta make sure it's separated from the bottom, and then I could be able to remove it. So now I gotta tack it into place so it doesn't fall. Okay, now that I have the rear driver's side quarter panel removed, I can access this part of the floor rocker so I could separate it from in here, and then I would be able to drop this all down. So that's what I needed to do. So now I got to start drilling out all that so I could remove it, and hopefully I could salvage a lot of this metal. Doesn't look like I can. Well, this I don't want to, because this is part of the floor pan, but the quarter comes down, so as you could see, I want to be able to clean that up really well. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm going to start removing the skin of the quarter panel before I start removing that part of the floor pan, because I don't have to remove that. So if I remove the skin, I should be good. So that way it'll save me some work. So let's get started, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, I separated the panel here. Let me show you. Just loosened it up. I didn't really separate it. It's loose right here, so I could remove this quarter. But I wanted to show you this right here. I wrote space. There's big space in here. So when I put it back together, I want to make sure that I don't hammer this flush, but you could see that space right there, and then the rest of it is nice and tight right here. So there is a space on this side, and there is a space on the other side. I just got done cutting out the replacement floor pan that was there. Right here you could see where this panel comes down and starts there. I cut through it a little bit, but hopefully I didn't damage too much of it. But I will be able to weld that back smooth and then fill it in when I'm done. But that's where we are. You know, now I'm going to start removing this part here. So eventually I'm just going to pop this off and probably cut the quarter right here so I could remove it. I'm not ready to do that part of the car yet, meaning the other side. So as long as I separate it from here, I think we're good. So other than that, let's keep going. All right, I removed all the spot welds on the quarter here, all the way down. As you can see, this panel actually stays. That's the inner part of the car. It's separated from the floor jamb here. I cut it here so I could just bend it up so I could see what I was doing. I'm going to just bend that back. I removed the catch for the door. All these spot welds are removed. I actually grinded them. I didn't want to cut it because I didn't want to drill through this piece and make it weaker than what it is. So now what I have to do is remove the spot weld right here that's holding on the bottom of the rocker panel. So there should be 1 or 2 spot welds here. And then in the back, let me show you here, there is more spot welds that hold the outer wheel well, the outer wheel well here, a couple spot welds here. So this is rotted away. This should just fall right apart. Other than that, it should just drop. So once I get it to that point, I'll videotape it again, and we'll keep going. Okay, I didn't realize there was spot welds right where the door striker was. So I had to find them and then drill them out. I used my spot plug welder
spot plug cutter. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was like 2 of them real close here. So now it loosened this up, so it could be removed. There's the panel on the back side. There's the 3 spot welds. So this is the panel I do not want to damage, because that's the heart of the door jamb. So here we are. I'm gonna get ready to drop this piece. I think there's 1 or 2 more welds holding this up, so I'm gonna be removing that. So just wanted to show you the progress. Here's the door striker jamb there. This is the part of the fender. So just cut that out, and I'll show you when it's removed. Okay, just wanted to give you an update. I pinched it here so it doesn't drop. I cut this out right here. It was actually tack welded back in here. There was a little tab. I might have to go back in and weld a little piece in there, which was about 1/4 of an inch. I'm sorry, about an inch lower than what it is here. You can see it as I push down. And then there wasn't any tack welds here, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you. Oh, right here. There wasn't any tack welds, so it was just fitted in. When I get it out, I'll really inspect it and take a look and see if there was. But this is where the inner inner wheel well came together with the outer right here, and it was pinched together. There's welds, but I'm gonna just drop it out of there. I grinded here to see if there was any welds on this piece here. Let me see if you could see right here, and that's part of the floor pan, and there wasn't anything in there, so no weld, so it was just dropped in place. But there was a weld back here, and it wouldn't let it drop. So I'll show you a little bit of what I did here. I cleaned this off. Let me get some light so you can see. I cleaned that right there, separated it, hammered it apart, and it should drop now. So let's see what happens. I don't know how good you guys could see in the camera, but I'm gonna be ready to be dropping it. I'm gonna release the vice grips here, and this whole piece should actually come out. It's still connected with the inner wheel well over there. So right here is where it's still connected. So I got that little piece to do, and it actually will drop out. So let me just get that real quick. Alright, it's all done, and this is the piece here. Let me flip it around so you guys can see. Okay, there it is. This is the whole piece right here. I removed it one piece. If you see here, this part of the floor panel, the rocker panel, was connected. I separated so I could get in there and chisel that out. That's why it's like that. But it is one piece, and it was also held together by 2 spot welds right there.
I was able to snap them with my little chisel, and there's little tabs right here. I just got to clean that up when I replace it. Obviously I got to grind this all smooth and when I replace it, but that's where we are now. I'm going to show you the little tab. This is the tab. I don't know if you can see with the sun coming in. This is the little tab that hangs down that ties everything together from the original inner side here. I don't know what that's called. I apologize. But it's this little tab here. There was 3 spot welds that held everything up. So I'm gonna actually have to re-weld a little tab in there so I could spot weld it back together. But that's it. So let me show you the inside real quick. Get some light on the deal here. Right there. Let me see if I could hang this up. Yeah, right here is the little tab that hangs down, that it was spot welded together right here. So this is the inner wheel well right here, goes up, the inner wheel well, outer wheel well. This is where it comes together. So I gotta grind all this clean so I'm ready to reinstall the new rocker panel and floor pan. So I gotta flatten this out. I grinded it a little bit here, but that's fine. I can still get in there and weld a piece and re-tack it. But that's it. So now I just gotta clean it up. Thanks for watching.